Hello, welcome to In the Den with Dr. Jenn, an open-minded and naughty place to explore female sexuality in a comprehensive manner and start thinking about female sexuality outside the box. I recently had someone ask me about spanking. I usually get questions from folks, women and men, who are not interested in this and don't find it arousing, but have been sexually involved with someone in the past who was. They're curious what the appeal is. They're not sure whether it's wrong to enjoy spanking someone or being spanked. So, let's look at a couple different aspects of this. First, where does spanking fall in the realm of sexual activity? Well, it's generally under the category of BD, bondage and domination, and S&M, sadomasochism. Depending on how heavy the spanking is, it can lightly enter this arena or can be hardcore into experiencing pain or inflicting it as part of sexual excitement. Now, most folks who are asking me seem to be involved in the light fringes of this practice. Second, why is this practice overall enjoyable? Seeing that it's linked to dominance play potentially lends some insights into why folks enjoy it. For mainstream folks, spanking can be a foray into the naughty. If you're in control in many aspects of your life, you may like to carry this out into the bedroom. On the other hand, you might be sexually aroused from exactly the opposite, releasing and submitting to someone else's control, being told you're naughty, like a child. Now, this connection to childhood may be why some people get involved in this, because it sexualizes the shame of childhood, and therefore could make it more bearable. Or, in a somewhat counterintuitive way, it can almost be nurturing to be able to trust a partner to dominate you and to play the role of a submissive. It's both strength and vulnerability. Third, does it actually feel good? If you're sexually aroused and it's your choice to be involved in this play, a little well-placed swat on the ass can be stimulating and fun. Sexual fun fact number 229. According to research at the Kinsey Institute, what are 4 of the top myths around sex that are valuable for women to know? First, men cannot fake an orgasm. Myth. They can't fake ejaculation, but they can go through the motions of moans, motions, etc. if they want the encounter to end and want their partner to believe they came. 2. There is no risk of STDs or STIs through oral sex. Myth. Certainly, it's less of a risk than other activities, but you can potentially get STDs like gonorrhea in your throat, herpes on your lips, and maybe oral cancer from HPV. It's not pleasant, but it's something to think about. Third myth. If you're really far along in your pregnancy, you can't have sex. Myth. Sex at this stage can actually potentially reduce the risk of going into labor too early. And fourth, women only engage in masturbation when they're single. No! Total myth! Cut. The Den recommend. You might be interested in trying a little spanking with your partner, but not sure how to act it out without feeling silly or uncomfortable. Why not try a little conscious role-playing around this? Perhaps you could choose someone famous you like from TV or movies who has a dominating personality that you want to mimic. Or play with costumes and getting dressed like somebody totally different than how you usually are. Put on hats and wigs and bows and scarves. Taking on another character and being someone else is a way to give ourselves permission to experiment with new activities in the sexual realm. Start out slow and gentle with the spanking. And then swap characters with your partner and see who you enjoyed being the most. And what the hell, I thought I'd throw in a second Den recommend here. Talking about myths in the sexual fun fact had me thinking about how many myths there still are around sex, and how many assumptions we also often make about our own abilities or our partners when it comes to sex. So if you have a partner, you may be making up your own myths about what they like or don't like, how they will react or not. So make up a list of 5 myths that you have for yourself or a partner. What do you assume is true that perhaps is blocking connection and growth and more pleasure? You may be creating self-fulfilling prophecies through believing these myths. So, you naughty spanking fiends, you, visit me at DrJennsDen.com or ZipZapToys.com and email me at Jennifer@DrJennsDen.com. And if you're a woman who's interested in greater passion, self-love, and relationship happiness, drop me a line and see if we can work together and I can serve as your female sexual empowerment coach. Remember, we can always dispel our own myths and be kind to yourself. If they want the encounter to end, but don't want their partners to believe, go ahead. According to research at the Kinsey Institute, what are 4 of the top myths around sex that are valuable for women to know? What do we got, weird sound stuff? Shit. If you're really far along in your pregnancy, you can't have sex. Myth. Sex at this stage can potentially reduce the risk of going into labor too early. Women who engage in masturbation only when they're... That didn't make sense. For some reason, I should read it exactly as it is, and I'm not.